So yeah, we are in Command MC at the top. I am logged into Michael's account. And again, we'll be working in SmartPlans. It's this icon down on the left-hand side. So just over halfway down in these icons on the left, you can also access it from this home screen, this SmartPlans tile. What this is meant for is to automate your follow-up, to be following a system. The smart plan you create or you choose to use, it may include some things that are automated, like emails. It may also include tasks, task reminders, reminders to call people, or maybe to send them a more personalized email that you're writing up in that moment. If you are using a smart plan that contains tasks, you will want to time block daily, maybe just a few minutes per day to see if you have anything that's due. And these tasks in Command MC are under this applet, which is just above the Smart Plan applet. So that's pretty important. You don't want to use a smart plan and then get really off track to where you're using it for reminders and to stay on track with calling people, but then you're not checking your tasks. And I know, sometimes there might be days where we get off track, but just go back there and make sure go through all those past due tasks and stay on track with whatever smart plans you're using. I do also want to mention that though this is kind of an easy button, as we all know, recruiting isn't easy. You can definitely use one of my smart plans that is email based. However, I still highly recommend layer those with phone calls, because if you're sending the emails, it's all well and good, but it deepens the relationship to actually make the calls and show that you're putting in that real time and personal touch to follow up, especially because I know that you're all focused on producing agents. Getting a producing agent to come over, an email might intrigue them, but is that going to make them make a change? Probably not. Layered with your phone calls, definitely this is a win. Okay. So I am under this office. You all should just by default be in your home office, okay? But in the case that you have access to multiple offices, make sure the correct office is selected in this top right corner. And to create your own, we're going to go over that first. All you need to do is click this button in the top right corner of Smart Plans. Give it a name. Hit apply. Now we're going to be taken to this screen where we can pick and choose what actions we want to utilize in our smart plan. The different types are create task. That'll be a task reminder to you to take an action. Maybe it's to write them a handwritten note or to write them a personalized email that can't be automated. Make a call. That's a call reminder task. Send email. This send email function, this would be a fully automated email that will just send when the recruit reaches that step in the smart plan. It just goes and it goes to them. It is sent from a masked email. I just want you to be aware of that. There is no way to change that. So it's not going to come from like Michael Putnam at kw.com or Michael at kwadvisorsca.com. It's not going to come from your regular email. It's going to come from a masked email. And again, there's no way to change that, just how Command is able to send these emails out on our behalf. Send text. So when we use this tool, we actually are not able to automate the text like agents can with Twilio. We can't. This doesn't automate the text for you. And I don't know that it ever will, okay? When you use this, you are going to get a task reminder to send them a text. So again, it's to keep you on track with those follow-ups. Set delay. This will be like a buffer in between these actions. So maybe you want an automated email to go to them on day 1, and then you want maybe a 4-day gap period where, they're getting a little bit of a break from communications from you. And then maybe you have a text reminder and so on. So set delay, you do want to have delays in between to space things out. Add to smart plan. Let's say you're creating a smart plan and it's kind of just an intro and it's kind of short, and you want to make sure that they continue to receive touches from you in the future. This is how you can do that. This will allow you to roll them onto yet another smart plan that you have added from the library or created yourself. And I highly recommend using this even if you're just putting them on the quarterly call reminder plan. Restart smart plan. Generally, you want to stay away from this, particularly if you're using send an email, because it will repeat the same steps over again. You definitely don't want someone to be receiving the same exact series of emails from you again. So if you're going to use Restart Smart Plan, please use that with caution. I think that works well for things like there is a monthly call plan that exists. It's a task reminder to you that gets sent on a monthly basis to call each recipient. And for that, it's just one step and it repeats every 30 days, right? It's a monthly call reminder. So that for things like that, it's okay. But again, use it with caution when you're sending emails. And how this works is you're just going to go ahead and click one of these. It gets added to the smart plan. And then you could choose how many days you have from the time where this task shows up on your tasks is due. Task name, maybe this is, what do I want to make this? Send a handwritten note. And you also can use this tool. These are called merge fields. It will pop the contact's first name and last name into the task reminder. So for this recruit that you have set up, any recruit you have set up on this, when you receive the task for them, it's going to say this that's the first text you'll see. And then you click into the description, it'll open the description where it gives you additional details. When you're using things like tasks or make a call, I think it's really helpful to put a good description so that you don't have to think about this too much when you're going in to accomplish this task. So if this reminder is really to write a handwritten note, what's that handwritten note going to say? Go ahead and write it up here so that when you're actually doing it, you don't really have to think too much about what it is you're doing. So when you're using call, it's great to have a script. Have a script written out. It can be flexible, as flexible as you want it to be, but I do recommend having some sort of script, some sort of template note. If you're writing a handwritten note, for example, it just makes it easier on the front end. And also to note what smart plan your task, your call is a part of, so that you kind of have that reminder, oh, this recruit is set up on my, maybe you have a smart plan because you've been going around to open houses on broker tour and you've been meeting people, and you have a smart plan that you add agents that you meet when you're on tour, you add them to it when you get back at the end of those tour days, right? You want to indicate here what smart plan this is a part of, what's the purpose or the root of this smart plan. Okay, so I've added the first step. Now the next step to building this is to set a delay, or I can add another step to this first day. I'll go ahead and add a delay. And let's say we're gonna wait maybe 5 days. And now we're going to make a call. And just like with the other step, the action step we created, you can use these merge tags. first name, last name. There's also additional information in here like their phone number. That way you don't have to click to their recruit record, to their contact. You can just, you have the number right there, okay, to dial. And then sometimes call number 1. If your smart plan contains multiple call reminders, you may want to number them. Like this is the first follow-up. This is the second call follow-up. So that as time passes, you continue to use whatever smart plan you created. You know kind of how far along each recruit is. And by the way, recruits that you're adding to these smart plans, they don't have to have a recruiting pipeline created for them. Okay. They could just be in recruits management, sort of just like a contact. Okay. So you don't have to have a recruiting pipeline for people that you add to these. Okay. So we did task, we did call. Now we're going to do send email. This is a fully automated email. Okay. Whatever you have here, this is how it will go out to the recipient. So you can put a subject line here of your choosing.
Are you able to put emojis in the subject line or the body?
That's a great question. No,
Okay.
you are not. Yeah, you are not at this time able to do that. You can, go ahead.
I'm sorry. What email does show when you send that out? Do you know offhand?
So I
Is it
don't
just a
know,
KW?
I
Oh,
don't know what all of yours would be. You can set yourself up in here and send it to yourself to see, but it will be some, I think, some variation of your KW user ID. And it will have KW in the domain.
okay.
And if
So
they reply to it, we would get the reply.
you do. You
Oh,
would
okay.
get the reply. So to make sure that your reply to email is correct, there are little instructions right here. It says you can update it in your settings. So when you follow this link, it's going to take you to this general integrations page. Now you want to scroll down to command email. Okay, and then you want to manage it. So Michael has his set, this is his sender name. So the sender will still be your name, okay? It's going to send from that masked email, but replies will go to this email for Michael. Now they might go to spam in some cases, so you do want to be checking your spam, but don't worry too much. You still get a notification in command when they reply. So up here in this bell symbol, looks like we don't have any replies for a while, but I don't know that we have anyone on smart plans right now for you, Michael, but and we'll have an envelope symbol right here. And it'll say the person's name and that they replied, and you can click on that, and it'll take you to their contact record. To view the full email though, you do need to find it in your inbox. So if you notice you get a notification here that someone replied, but you don't recall seeing it in your inbox, check your spam and check your inbox. Also, you have the command app and you have the notifications on that. That's really helpful if you're getting replies on these. Everyone good on this command email? Making sure you've got the right one? Again, we'll throw this video up. And by the way, we do get 5,000 free email sends a month through command email. So this includes these smart plan emails. That's why I'm letting you know that. I haven't seen any of our TLs go over that, but if you do go over that, you can click manage subscription. You can purchase a subscription to buy more email sends per month. It's very inexpensive when you compare it to other tools like MailChimp. Okay, so going back to SmartPlans here, when you're getting your email formatted, what you can do is utilize these email formatting tools. So bold, italics, underline, and so on. You can link text. So let's say you have created an awesome video of yourself talking about your office or your coaching program, or I don't know, whatever you want to link to, you can type the text in and link it. And it'll show up in a basic link format. Like, you know how the text turns blue and it has an underline? That's what it looks like. You can also use those merge tags to personalize the recipient's name. And the way that I've set up some of the ones that I've published for you guys to use, it will actually insert your information in the signature. It won't be able to insert your more than your name and your organization name. So you'll need to add in information like your phone number. I'll show you the smart plans I've created for you and how you'll need to change those. But if you're creating one of these for your own use and you're not publishing it to the library or anything, you can just go ahead and type your information in the signature portion. You can't actually include an image in these. So for a signature, you have to type it out. And make sure your signature is compliant. So you've got your name, your phone number, your brokerage name. And it could be
Can you
KW.
just copy and paste your signature from your email that you already use?
Only if it's simple text. Because again, this won't accept images. You cannot add images here.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay, and once you have that email ready to go, or each step actually, you kind of want to be remembering to click these, especially if you're doing other tasks and you may leave this and come back. You want to save the overall smart plan so you don't lose your work. And then the next one I'm going to show you how to use is send text. And it's got this big red banner because again, these aren't automated. So it's just letting you know this is going to show up as a task reminder for you to actually text that person. This could be a really helpful task to use. People are pretty responsive to text messages and a personalized text that you're actually sending. So I do recommend use of these mixed in to your smart plans. And here's where you can type up your script, if you will, on what your text message is going to say. And again, you can use these merge fields so that you know. Also, you want to put send text to, and you want to remind yourself who you're sending it to, recipient first name, recipient last name, and their phone number. You want to make sure you make it easy for yourself. So all that information is in the task right in front of you. And don't forget to remind yourself what smart plan, like why you're following up with this person. Give yourself that little script. You know, so you get the gist of how this works. I didn't put in as many delays as you probably want to use in reality, right? I kind of just showed you these last 3 steps, didn't add any delays. You do want to think about that and think about how you want to space this out. You don't want to bombard people too much. What do you guys think? And does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, Danny, are we sending the text through the system, even though it's not automated, or are we doing this through just through our phone?
Through your phone. Yeah, there's no way to do it through the system.
Is it going to be in the works to allow images for your signature? Because it seems just text is not ideal.
I don't know. I doubt
Okay.
it because there have been enhancements on the agent side and that's not one of them.
in some of the plans that are already built, or even just in general, having delays, and then let's say you have an email that goes out to follow up, or just a third email, is it practical to set like almost a reminder in there that pops up that says, hey, verify that you actually want this email to go out in 2 days or in a day? Like if their status has changed with you, and it might make you look a little ridiculous if that email actually went out.
That's a great idea. Yes. So on these smart plans, there's no sort of auto remove. Like if they reply to one of your automated emails, for example, there's no function here to automatically remove them from that smart plan if they reply. The nature of some of the smart plans is you're just trying to elicit a response a lot of times, right?
Mhm.
And therefore, like you said, if they continue to receive some of the things that are automated, it may be awkward, right? If they've already replied.
Mhm.
So in that case, yeah, you may want to build those in if you feel like you might not be the type who's going to remember, hey, this person replied. I'm going to go ahead and pull them off that smart plan. So that's something to definitely keep in mind, particularly if you're using a smart plan that spans over a very long period of time. Note also, they can unsubscribe from your automated emails. So, you know, that is something to note. It won't unsubscribe them from the entire smart plan though. So again, if somebody does reply and you want to make sure you don't move forward with the rest of that smart plan, build in some reminders that are probably going to be just tasks that say, double check that this person has not replied and that we should continue with the smart plan, something like that periodically. And when maybe you are using a smart plan that you have taken from the smart plans library and you want to add something like that in, when you click on create a task, what it's going to do is add it to the end. You can then use these arrows to move it up to where you want the position to be within your smart plan. And that's how all of these steps work. That's the fundamental difference right now between how the agent smart plans function and the Command MC smart plans function. The agents have gotten an enhancement on their side on this tool. I'm assuming that it will come sometime for us within Command MC, but it hasn't yet. And the difference now for agents that will eventually happen here is that these actions on the agent side have become a drag and drop. We still have the arrows that we have to use to move things up or down. They can simply drag and drop. So eventually this will become easier to use, and any smart plans that you have created will automatically get the updates and the updated usability. Okay, so what we're doing right now, it's still a good use of time to create these smart plans to function how you want to function. Any questions on this before I show you guys a couple smart plans I've worked on for you?
No, this is great.
All right, so I have a couple that I've created with the help of Michael, just for you guys. So if you go back to smart plan. So for this part, you're going to want to follow along with me. You're going to want to open up your command and get to Command MC and get to smart plans. So I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and do that.
And while they're doing that, so when you log in, it typically takes you directly to command, right? So you do have to make sure you select Command MC
Correct.
link. Okay.
Yeah, so go to the top, select Command MC, and then you can select smart plans from this home page right here, which is that kind of third column, second row, right? Yeah. And then on the left, it's also like just about more than halfway down the icons on the left. Looks like a square with a little notepad thing and a gear icon. That's smart plans. And When you're here, you're gonna default to plans. These are the smart plans that have already been added to your account. Also, every market center has its own pool of smart plans. So your entire leadership team can see the plans right here. And then where you're going to go next is a library at the top. This is where you can find smart plans that other leadership team members or KW has created for you to use. There are many smart plans already created. What I like to do is find one or two that have messaging that I can kind of riff off and take and edit and make into what I need to use it for. And that way I'm not starting completely from scratch. Of course, now you can use ChatGPT to help you write up some great emails too, but sometimes it just misses the mark. I've tried it. All right, so the ones you're going to look for, I actually made the titles KW Advisors with no spaces. There are two that include this. So again, KW Advisors with no spaces. Okay, well, this one, LSE, yes, this is the right one. Grab that one, KW Advisors LSE. Recruiting campaign with 3 emails and 3 call reminders to recruit. It says indies, but I've been over the language in it, and this really could go to any producing agent. Any producing agent. It talks about leads, systems, and expenses, right? And pretty much every producing agent is managing all of those things in their business and paying attention to all of those things. Okay, and what you need to do to grab this smart plan and take it, you're going to click Add Smart Plan in the bottom right corner. You see where that button is, Add Smart Plan. You can name it something different if you want to, and click Download. This is the one, KW Advisors R2 emails 11. You can go ahead and click Add Smart Plan on that one. And basically, I'll show you guys both of these. And disclaimer, the one with 11 emails does not have call reminders mixed in. It is only email based, and that's based on requests. I know I've been asked for something that is just emails in the past. That is one that, with what James asked, if someone replies, you probably want to take them off of that smart plan. Those emails are trying to elicit a response. So if you end up meeting with somebody that responded to that smart plan, you want to remember to come in here and see who's active on that smart plan, right? So it actually looks like, Michael, you've got, or actually we are in Palo Alto. So somebody has 3 people set up on this smart plan still. That's how you can see who is currently receiving it. And in order to add people to a smart plan, there are a couple ways to do that. One of them is right here.
Did anybody else have trouble downloading? It's not letting me download it now.
If it's giving you an error, you might already have it. You might need
Cool.
to rename it something different.
Okay.
It won't
Thanks.
let you add the same thing of the same name twice.
In terms of adding them to smart plan, Danny, I know you can do it individually, but is there a way for us to like mass import a list so that we don't have to go through individual people one at a time?
Yeah, so let me show you that. I'll show you that, and then we'll go into how you can edit these smart plans, okay? So the other way that you can add people in bulk to these smart plans is from recruit management. So we're going into recruits, TCPA guidelines, confirming recruit management. Again, these recruits that you're sending these smart plans to, they don't have to be in the recruiting pipeline. All right, and you can use these filters to narrow down your list that you're looking at here, but basically you can use this to select all. I'm showing 25 people right now. Can I show more than that? No.
You can, you just need to hit the
Oh, go
bottom
here.
drop
Okay,
down
so
button.
you can add 100 at a time. Ooh, that's nice. But there's 6,444 in this account, okay? So you've gotta add them 100 at a time. How you do that is you're gonna select this checkbox up here to select everybody shown on this screen and add to Smart Plan. And then select the Smart Plan here. It's gonna then go through data validation, meaning if this Smart Plan contains steps like call reminders where you need to have their phone number to do that, or their email address in order to send an automated email, it's going to actually look for who has missing information, and it's going to tell you right here. You can go back and you can note these and go back and add this information. You know, this person's missing an email, this person's missing a phone number, and then you have two options to proceed. You can remove these recruits with errors, so you're not sending them the Smart Plan, or you can add to plan anyway. A reason you may want to add to plan anyway is if you know your Smart Plan contains some call reminders, but also some emails, and you're okay with them just getting one side of that. If they're missing an email, if they're missing a phone number, if you're okay with them just receiving some and not all, then move forward. Cool. At least then they're getting something. But if you want to go back and fix them first, remove them with errors, go back and fix them, then go back and add them. The only way to keep track of who you need to fix, you really need to just note these down, like maybe take a screenshot here or write them down, or maybe you can copy paste these onto a list. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and click add to plan anyway. We're not adding these to the plan right now, but this next screen is gonna give you these options. You can start now, like right now, or you can start them on a specific future date, or you can stagger start. When you stagger start, it'll start some people right now, but not all of them. You would want to use stagger start so that you are not being bombarded by call reminders or task reminders and getting so many that you can't keep up with them. We're able to add 100 people at a time maximum. So keep in mind, maybe I need to add 300 people in batches of 100, and maybe I want to get like a maximum of 15 call reminders a day. So I'm going to actually add this first 100 and stagger 5 a day. Does that make sense? You can only add a maximum of 100 at a time based on how many people we can select. So if I'm going in and I'm adding 300 people to this Smart Plan a day, when you stagger the start, like if I choose 5, for example, that first 100 people, I'm going to get 5 of those today. The second 100 people, I'm going to get 5 of those today. The third 100 people, I'm going to get 5 of those today. Does that make sense? So keep that in mind when you're staggering. If you are adding hundreds and hundreds of recruits to a Smart Plan at a time.
Hey,
Definitely.
Danny, in recruit management, your whole entire roster is gonna be in there as well. Is there a way for us to like take out the people that are on our roster that's in recruit management already? You know what I'm talking about? All the ones with the green check mark. I don't know if that's just the way that my management pipeline
No,
is.
it is actually like that for everyone, and there's a reason why, because some market centers like to use these Smart Plans on their existing
Yeah.
associates, like
Okay.
not for recruiting purposes, but maybe for
Okay.
other purposes,
Okay,
right?
it's not a big deal. I can just unclick them because there's not that many per 100. I was just wondering if there's a way, but no worries. Thank you.
I don't think there is here. Let's take a look. I mean, you can, yeah,
All good, all good. Don't
there's
worry
an
about it.
easy
It's
way
pretty
to do
easy
it.
to just unclick the people in our roster. I was just wondering.
That's a really good question. Yeah, because there's no option to exclude. with these filters, at least not that I know of. Let me just take a quick look to make sure nothing's changed that I don't know about. Lead sources. Yeah, that there's not an easy way. You have to manually deselect them. Yeah, so you're gonna want to be careful of that.
All good. All good.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to edit those smart plans that I had you just download. We're gonna go back to smart plans here. And those should show up at the top of your list. The most recent ones you grab from the library or you created will be at the top. And I'm gonna first go into this KW Advisors LSE. Go over to the right, under actions, you'll see there's a pencil icon to edit. Basically, you can edit these completely. You can delete entire steps out of them. But what I recommend, add what you want to and change what you want to. You probably don't want to delete everything and start all over. Then you may as well create one from scratch. But for this specific one, there are 3 or 4 really solid email messages written by Michael. It's no secret that, and then it's got a really good message here, but you do need to insert your phone number here. I tried to make it bold and really pop out so that you guys would notice this and replace your phone number. I recommend going through every single email or message that's part of a smart plan that you're going to be sending out to producing agents. And also, they don't have signatures. So you'll want to type your signature out in each of these emails. This one's short though, it's only a couple. So let's see, there's that first email. There is a 1-day delay. Then there is a call reminder. This one has an email followed by a call reminder, email followed by a call reminder. That's the format of this one. Again, you can delete those call reminders if you wish. Here's the call script. And you probably want to change this. I didn't change it from Indy, but you can change it from Indy Smart Plan. Really, again, the messaging is great for producing agents. This is great for, I think, even quarter cappers that are looking to grow all the way to mega agents. And then there's going to be a 14-day delay, another email, a system for everything. And then there's an email about systems, but you do need to type in your email signature information, your contact info. 1-day delay, a phone call reminder. 14 days. And then leads are lifeblood. So this one's about leads. Again, lastly, in this email, you'll want to type out your signature. The emails need very little editing, if any at all. And it's about leads, systems, and what did I say? Leads, systems, and expenses. And then make a call. So this one's 32 days long. It's pretty short as far as, things go, because a smart plan can be up to a year long. 11 steps, those include the delays. So that doesn't really give you a great idea of like what's included. 6 touches. So it's 3 calls, 3 emails equals 6. So again, this one's short. I think this could be powerful though for people that you have actually just met. And just like a real follow-up with them, something that has substance. These aren't throwaway type messages. Okay. But yeah, read through them. I encourage you. And then I'm going to show you this other one that says, where is it? My where is it? Why can't I see it? R2. Is this the one? I think this is it. Monthly email active. Yeah. So this one might be a little bit different than the one I published. Here, I'll go to the one I published. We'll look at the exact one. So KW Advisors R2 emails 11. That's what I think it says now for you guys too. This is a long-term nurture for R2s or producing agents, and it is email only. Again, if you want call reminders to be part of this, then you can add them in, most certainly. The first step is an email. It's going to insert their first name. It's going to also insert your organization name in here. And these have some of the signature. Also, when you're editing these towards the top, my screen doesn't show this, but when you're editing emails, you can designate a person for them to come from for this particular smart plan. I'm pretty sure that whatever shows up there for you might be your global settings for your market center. But I recommend either setting these up to come from the team leader or a recruit assignee, whoever is the assignee on that recruit. If you have multiple people in the market center recruiting, that could be helpful. Otherwise, you can set up whoever these messages are coming from to be the team leader. And then it'll be sent from whoever has that team leader role within Command. Okay, so once again, take a look at the signatures, but this one does populate your name, the organization name, and you will need to type in your phone number. Okay, it's not blue. If any of you see something like this and it's not blue, that means it's not going to automatically put their info in. All right, so pay attention to that. Although all the ones that I made for you and where they're blue, like they're all working where they're supposed to work. Okay, the ones that I made for you. So this one, I'm not going to go through all these emails, but this one spans almost a year, 301 days, and it's 11 emails total. Therefore, if you're looking for something that is more email based, use this one. You need to layer in your own follow-up calls, and those you guys can determine when is best. And you will need to make sure you take people off this smart plan if, you know, they reply. Let's say they reply, they set up an appointment with you. You want to remember to go back and take them off. And remember how to take them off. You're going to go to that smart plan dashboard. And where you see this eye, that means there are people on that smart plan. You click on it and you can select people to remove. That's the only way to remove people. Actually, there may be a way to remove them from their actual recruit record under the smart plan tab, but this is the, you know, another easy way to do it to see who's on the whole smart plan. Once the smart plan, once somebody finishes getting the last step of a smart plan, they won't show up here anymore. Like once the smart plan's done running for a specific recruit, they're not going to show up on that smart plan anymore. Now, one last thing, when you're looking at the recruit record, let me go to one of these. Bio, let's go to bio. You should be able to see on their contact what they're receiving as part of a smart plan in their timeline. So this person has received a number of emails and follow-ups. So how much are you paying for leads? Here's the date we added them to the smart plan, September 21st. October, they received an email in November. December, January, February, March, April, May, June. We can see all those emails they received as part of this smart plan. Okay, and actually there's a problem here because that is not the team leader. I don't know how this is getting in there. So I do recommend set yourself up as well as a contact record. Like, I don't know how this is happening, Michael. This person's not even in this market center.
No, he was the team leader long ago.
But this was way before the smart plan
Yeah.
even was. I'm gonna take a screenshot and we'll figure this out. But that's why it's a good idea to also kind of test the first step on a smart plan on yourself, at least to make sure everything's copacetic. I don't know why that's happening, but I do know because I've seen your account, Eric, you're the team leader, like that should show as accurate and everything. Also maybe this person was like the assignee on this, I don't know. But that way, if you're setting it to, you know, the team leader is the person who they will come from, there will be no doubt all of these should show up from the correct person. You'll know who they should be coming from, the team leader. But yeah, you can add yourself as a recruit and test anything you want out on yourself. Especially if you want to see who, like what the masked email looks like. Because I really don't know honestly what each of yours will be. It's usually got like some random numbers in it, and then it has KW in the domain. That's pretty much everything I have for you guys today. What do you guys think? And any feedback or comments, questions? Thanks, Connor. I know there's some things in the chat and I haven't had a chance to check anything out.
Just Michael taking notes for us.
You're gonna send this out, right? Because I missed the first like 10-15 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm also going to put it up on YouTube. So I'll edit out, you know, we had some chat in the beginning. I'll just edit that out and make it more accessible. It will be on private link. Okay. So you can't just go to the channel and view it. I'll send you guys the link to the video on YouTube. Yes, Michael, great suggestions in the chat. Time block for smart plan tasks. I mean, just a few minutes a day. You can, you know, make it right after, before you check your emails in the morning. Or part of your, I'm guessing you guys time block for prospecting. Maybe just before or after. I mean, it's kind of part of prospecting too. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for your time today. I hope this was really valuable for you. And as always, I'm here to support you. If you want to set up a one-on-one for any additional help, please reach out. I'm happy to do that.
So at this point, we are able to launch something on recruits we've got currently, and then just make edits as we deem necessary for our own individual places.
Yes.
Love it.
One last comment on that. When you have launched a smart plan and you have someone on it, you won't be able to edit everything in that smart plan. So you want it to be ready to go when you launch with anybody.
And if you find that other smart plan that you were talking about, can you let us know?
So the one I did find it. It was that
Oh.
one that said Cat published it.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
it updated with the name that I updated it with. So
Okay.
maybe it was public. Maybe I did publish it through her account and not Michael's, and I'm just able to edit because I'm in Palo Alto. I don't know, but that was the correct one. So let me go back there.
Gotcha. I downloaded it.
Okay, good.
Regardless.
It is
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
It said KW advisors. What did it say? Let's just go back to it really quick so you guys can see it. KW advisors R2 emails 11. So I even changed the name, and the name of that one that says can't publish it, it updated. So this is it. Thank you guys. Appreciate all of you, and
Are you in
hope
the
you all
mega
have
camp by
a
any
great
chance?
rest of your day.